Welcome to Dr. Zoe Today, where the topics are always real, raw, and relevant about love, sex, and relationships. Warning, do not listen to this show if you are sensitive to controversial issues or easily offended. Dr. Zoe and her guests are not to be held liable for any shock, pissing of the pants, sudden desire of change, or uncontrollable laughter. Now, here's her host, Dr. Zoe.
I take no responsibility for anything I say on this show.
The whole YOLO phase has really taken over our generation.
You had to say YOLO on my show.
I had to.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
it wouldn't be the show without it.
Okay. Yeah, you know, the universe is going to provide for you, and I believe the universe is constantly bringing us everything that we want, need, and desire, and there's a lot of power in that. But you have to put your hand to the plow. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some action, people. You can't just expect it to fall out of the ground. Yes, it's an awesome universe, but it's not just going to fall. The star isn't just going to fall on your and say, guess what? I'm going to make you rich now. It doesn't happen that way.
You're an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. We both have, challenging lives, but at the same time, we'll make time for love because love is important to us.
Right.
And nobody's going to take away love in my life.
You just called LA the epicenter of insecurity. So that's pretty profound.
I was with somebody when I was like 35 years old who all of a sudden I didn't realize I was having this, but what it was, I thought I was urinating. And what it really was, it was a G-spot orgasm, and oh my God, I was spraying, and I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I can't even tell you.
There's no way to be rewarded for the right thing, for being a nice guy. There's no points that are awarded for being genuine and for going out of your way to look for human connection. What's typically rewarded is the ability to systematically infiltrate, cause girls to be somewhat insecure. And it's almost like you have to be kind of like mean, not to the point where you're offensive and not to the point where you're insulting, but to the point where it's established that, you don't need them, that you don't necessarily even think that highly of them, and then you put the ball in their court, like, okay, now prove to me that I'm wrong, go ahead and jump to my notes and qualify myself. Explain to me the value that you possess and why I should perceive it. No, ain't nobody got time for that, Dr. Zoe.
Do you feel like drug use, like with people in their 20s, is making the generation more promiscuous?
Yes.
I just want to let it be known that if it is now socially acceptable to wear wigs, I am going to wear dreads for the next year of my life. Is that something that's been important to me for a long time?
So you like your feet rubbed, and you have a thing for toes as well.
Oh yeah, everybody knows I have a foot fetish. Yeah.
I'm going to give the Dr. Zoe advice. First of all, disgusted. You sound like a freaking airhead. I met this girl. We were outside the club. I made out with her. She asked me to go home with her. I couldn't go home with her because I had to get up the next morning. I broke out all over my face. What should I do? We have a date. Okay, first of all, number one, if this girl asks you to go home with her, the first time you meet her, obviously she's a hoe, okay? And I know you guys have it's like ratchet. What are the names that you guys have for hoes?
Ho.
Okay, so obviously this girl is like, come home with me, and she just met you at the club, so she probably goes home with somebody different every single time. That's why your freaking face broke out.
I don't frequent that scene anymore because I don't like it. There's no reward for it. If you're unsuccessful, you sit, there kind of having half-assed, superficial conversations with whomever is around you, knowing that it's not going to be your night. And if you are successful, it's a hollow victory because you're like, well, great, now I'm kind of like
superficial, and there's nothing authentic going on. It's just the game. It's just a game.
And it's tough to respect the other person or yourself because you're like, well, I'm kind of a and I know that. I don't derive satisfaction from being and then I'm like, and then, you know, what do you want me to say to you, girl? Like, you respond to this shit. Like, you don't like me when I'm like this. Like, what the did I say about you?
What's the oldest you've gone, honestly?
Oh, honestly, is 50.
50? Okay. So like 50 is like your cap.
Nah, hell no. I see, there's a 54-year-old that I got my eye on, that she look good.
What's the difference between like Molly and a roll? Is it kind of like, I mean, from what you know?
And a roll?
Yeah, like you never heard of like a K-roll, like a roll. That was like the big
That's
club
before
drug.
my time.
She wanted to lick my butt, and I let her. You know, I am a man.
I never had an orgasm until I was like 35 years old. And, you know, when I was growing up, I'm 50, so when I was growing up, like, we didn't really have any place to go to ask somebody, like, how do you learn to have an orgasm? You know what I mean? Like, they didn't teach that kind of stuff. So today, I mean, there's so much more out there.
That's why I'm doing the show. I was raised as a good little Christian girl, went to Christian school, Christian camp, Christian church. You know, everything was Baptist, everything was... And when I was a little girl, I would, like, sneak, and I would listen to Dr. Ruth every single night, and I'd put the radio under my pillow, and that's how I learned about sex. Hey, Jonathan, I'm feeling really guilty about masturbating, and I want to stop. I'm masturbating because I feel like it's better to wait to lose my virginity to the love of my life, but I feel like God won't forgive me and I won't be blessed with a wife because of it. How can I stop or at least cut back a little?
That is a loaded question. I would suggest prescription pill addictions will probably help you masturbate less. I'd also recommend like a hobby, like play tennis or something. You know, these are the things that come to my mind. However, also another piece of advice I could offer is I would just learn to be more accepting of my masturbatory needs. And I don't even like the word dating. Dating is, I think that puts too much pressure on everything.
Oh my goodness. What about courting? Courting is even more serious.
Well, actually, that would be kind of cool because most people probably don't even know what that is.
Everything is better with the butter.
That's right. Everything is better with the butter. You like that?
They had me at couples or alone.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, and think about the kind of lube and condoms and stuff that people are putting on their bodies. Everybody's eating organic, using organic, you know, skincare, hair care products. What about what you put in your vag or on your penis? Shouldn't it be organic? So check it out at drzoetoday.com. Get you some sex butter. It's the best thing you can use for your lube. Okay, let's get into it's true story. What about like when you're in a relationship for a little while and the person like farts around you? Like that's a deal breaker for me. I don't like that.
Well, listen. I have in every relationship that I've been in, I waited about 2 to 2.5 years before I even fart. Because, you know, I'm kind of ashamed, and you know I have my rice and beans, and you know I'll fart. But
okay, next question. When you think about your friends... It's over. Take a breath.
Thank God.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good, very good. Teeth are so important to me. What about you?
well, of course, you know, I don't want nobody scratching my dick when they, you know, when they suck my you know what I'm saying?
Snuggle teeth. Easy on the teeth, baby. Easy on the teeth. What would you say about yourself and a lot of your guy friends? Do you think that they actually do want something fulfilling and meaningful?
Not right now.
Everybody has a huge penis. Like, everyone has a huge penis. It's amazing,
That's what
isn't
I
it?
think. I just assume everybody does.
There is no fixing in a relationship. There is only recreating yourself in a relationship.
Oh, that was so deep.